Adnan Huskic is a university lecturer in international relations and a political analyst as well. He joins us now live from Sarajevo. Thanks for speaking to us, Adnan. And what do you make of what Macron is reported to have said in this interview? First of all, do you take it all at face value as it's printed, or is there a chance it could have been slightly misinterpreted?
Well, I don't think it's a case of misinterpretation. I think it's probably the case of relatively bad information that the President Macron had about Bosnia. I think it's mostly about the prevalent misconceptions that some countries are spreading about the problem by augmenting this particular problem. And I don't think there was anything vicious behind these comments. I think it was just, I don't think I can call it a slip of a tongue, but clumsily framed interpretation of the events in the Western Balkans, which justify, among other things, the French no as far as the enlargement is concerned, and especially the last no to North opening the negotiations with North Macedonia and Albania. Bosnian members of presidency and the Croat member of presidency summoned the French ambassador to Bosnia and explained the situation, presented the facts, especially concerning the returnees from Syria, the numbers, what kind of programs are being set up, and how we are going to deal with this with repatriation. Also presenting the situation in Bosnia, and in particular trying to convey the message that such statements really do have or are something that we are used to hearing those statements from especially the conservative or nationalist governments of the neighboring countries, which serve to justify what happened in the 90s. But nowadays they could really be dangerous for the political stability in Bosnia.
So you would characterize him calling this a ticking time bomb as dangerous?
I would say that the ticking time bomb is definitely a dangerous description of the situation in Bosnia. It's definitely distant from anything that this country really is at this moment, and especially is useful if you look at the aspirations of some neighboring countries, and especially certain agendas which were perpetuated from the 90s until today.
Okay. Tell us, though, you alluded to it quickly there, how will Bosnia and Herzegovina actually manage the return of Daesh suspects, suspected terrorists really here? Is the infrastructure in place? Do you have the de-radicalization platforms to make sure that anyone returning from Syria or Iraq will not be allowed to perpetuate the terrorist threats?
Well, there certainly are things which are being put in place as we speak. I understand that there are several programs with the assistance of course, our international partners being set up, which concern not only the male fighters of formerly ISIS and Daesh, but also the repatriation of some 80 women who also went to Syria. So the programs are in place, and the programs are being developed as we speak, even though there are problems in Bosnia concerning, especially with regard to the fact that the government hasn't yet been formed on the state level. Definitely with the assistance of our international partners, but also in addition to the existing problem that we have with the number of migrants, increasing number of migrants which are stuck in Bosnia on their way to to Croatia and on to European Union, is definitely something where Bosnia will need also the help of its partners in Europe and in the region. But we are talking about 240 people altogether, and I think that this is a manageable number. We also have experience with de-radicalization, so this should not be really a problem for our authorities.
Okay, Adnan Huskic joining us there. Thank you so much for that.